Hi guys, so the first thing you want to do to set up Tasker is go ahead and find it on Google Play Store and install the app. After it's installed, open it, and now we're gonna need to go through this Tasker setup. So let's click OK here. Let's click on Tasker here. Let's click on accept terms. We're gonna accept the terms, and we're gonna enable some permissions. So let's click draw over other apps. We're gonna enable that. Right here, you're gonna select Tasker and enable it. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna enable all of these. So allow vendor specific battery optimization. If you have a phone that's causing issues and Tasker is like dying in the background, you maybe want to go through this, but other than that, I would ignore it. And disable helper notifications. Let's click on that. And right here, there's this notification category that is called placeholder. You will want to disable that. Then you're going to click proceed. Now the first thing here I do is click stop reminding and go to 3 dots, preferences, and I disable AI generation button because I'm not using it at all, and I disable tips, so because they are very annoying. But other than that, I think this part is finished. There are some permissions that you want to enable to make sure that Tasker runs without issues. So you're gonna go like this to app info. You're gonna find Tasker through settings, through Android settings. You're gonna click on permissions, and I recommend enabling all of them. So I will enable all of them. Make sure that you can import any task in your Tasker because everything is basically enabled, so nothing will cause issues. One additional permission, I will enable this as well. And that's about all of the permissions that needed to be enabled. And now I'm gonna go back, and right here I'm gonna enable these advanced permissions. Disable over other apps, that's enabled already, we have enabled that. Modify system settings, I'm gonna enable that as well. That makes sure that you can, for example, simulate tapping on keyboard. Alarms and reminders, that's enabled as well. So that's about everything, guys, about Tasker setup. Hi guys, so this will be the first part of the tutorial of how to use Tasker. In this video I will describe how to understand Tasker. So let's go straight into it. Right here on the top you see profiles, and profiles are basically triggering tasks. Okay, you can create a profile that will basically do something at 5 p.m. So the profile is the thing that says at 5 p.m. run this task. Okay. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. So profile is just triggering the tasks. Now tasks, what are tasks? Tasks are basically the functions that you want to perform. So you can create a task that will send a message, you can create a task that will edit a photo, or you can create a task that will do something with your Google Sheets file, and etc, etc. You can basically create anything with tasks. Now scenes are basically UI windows that you create on your own. So if we create a new UI window, so let's call it window, for example. Now you can create the size of the window, then you go back, then you click on the window, then you can add for example, a button. Okay, and this button can have some text and can do some action. So this pop-up will then pop up on your screen based on how you want it to pop up. So these are scenes. You can basically create any UI you would like, but they are a little bit old, so they do not seem really modern. And then there are variables. This is vars, short for variables, and you can create local variables and global variables. Global variables are basically visible to all tasks that are running, and local variables are visible only to tasks that are currently that set them, you know, not to other tasks. They are not like shareable. So this is very important. And here you're gonna see only global variables that you create. So let's see in tasks. You can create a new task that will, for example, you can call an action variable set, and this variable set will create a variable. Now if it's a global variable or a local variable, is based on the name, and the name can contain or does not have to contain a capital letter. If it contains a capital letter or capital letters, it doesn't matter, it's a global variable. If it would be like this, or lowercase, it would be a local variable. It wouldn't be visible to other tasks. Okay, so let's call it like this and say hello, for example. And when I run it, it set the variable, and here in vars, I see the variable right here. I can change the value, I can copy the value, I can paste the value, and that's about it. Hi guys, in this second part of task tutorial, I will show you how to create your first task. So you're gonna go right here to the task section, and you're gonna create a new task. Let's call it first task, for example. And hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. Now you need to understand what Tasker can do and what Tasker cannot do. So you can create a new action. These are actions, and you can, for example, create a variable. So variable set, I have showed that in the previous part, so I'm not showing that anymore. But you can also, there are things like for loops, so you can create a loop. So let's name it var, like this, and items will be apple, banana, pear, and it will have 3 items, and they will be accessible on the, under this variable. So let's go back and let's click end for. Now we have created a for loop, so we can, for example, flash will show the toast on the bottom of your screen. So I'm gonna disable this continue task immediately. That will ensure that it will wait until the flash disappears. I'm also gonna enable tasker layout, so title, message, okay, and let's input the text as var, okay, and now it should say apple, banana, and pear. Okay, let's run it. We see apple, we see banana, and we see pear. Okay, a very cool thing here is that you can do items like 1 and this semicolon, I don't know what it's called right now, doesn't matter, but like 50, and this basically means the same thing as if you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah, 50. Okay, this is the same thing. You can put this character right here and it will do the same job. So if I run it now, it should 50 times show a number. Let's see. And if it continues like unlimited, okay, to 50, so we don't need to see that now. So that's what you can do. You can also get this if this condition, and you can say if, for example, the variable is even, then and if, okay, and you're gonna take this both and you're gonna put it here. Now you're gonna put this flash in this, for example, and let's say the title will be even number. Okay, I'm also gonna add else. You can put that before the end if, and I'm gonna use also this flash, and I'm gonna say here odd number, and when I run it now, it says odd number, even number, odd number, and continues to 50. So this is basically a normal condition. So that will be it for the first task, guys. Hi guys, in this third part of the tutorial I will show you how to create your own first profile. So we have created the first task in the previous part of the tutorial, that is saying that will show a message on the bottom from 1 to 50, and now the thing is, you may want to trigger it when something happens. So let's add this plus sign. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. And you can, for example, pick event, and event is basically called by any plugins or basically anything that happens. Okay, so you can add tick, and tick is basically running every few milliseconds. So you can set this interval, for example, this interval. I will select the first task, and now when I run it, when I enable it right here, after 10 seconds it should perform this task, and then after another 10 seconds it should perform it again. So it's running now. Okay, by the way, here you can see in monitoring, in running task, you can see what tasks are running. Okay, if I stop it now and wait for a few seconds, yeah, as you can see, it was performed again. It was run. So that's about the tick action, the tick profile, the tick event. Okay, I will delete this, and I will also stop the task. Okay, and now let's create, for example, you can pick time. So when a time comes, it will run the task. So you can create, for example, at 7:17 p.m. It's important that you set this from and this to the same time. Now if you go back and you run it, as I have saved it, the time was already this, so it performed the task. Okay, but if I set a different time, it would perform at that time. Okay, you can also put like 2 different times, from and to. Now it says from till, and now basically what happens here is that you can add an exit task that will perform after this second time comes. Okay, so when the first time comes, it will run the first task, and when the second time comes, it will run another task, the end task that you select here, the exit task. Okay, you can create a different task. But that's about profile, guys.